once you can see the thing pop up, and I'm going to unfreeze my projector right now. Okay, so happy Valentine's Day, by the way, as well. Hopefully you have some exciting plans for the evening or for the upcoming break. I know I'm definitely going to be resting and catching up on the sleep that we've lost. But anyway, today, keeping it nice and simple, I want y'all to have the opportunity to actually experiment around with HTML a little bit. So we're doing something I like to call Freelance Friday. A lot of your development careers, if you're not working for one of the big techs like Amazon or Microsoft or Google, or some of the opportunities that exist on the west side of Washington over here, you might be doing some freelance development. You might be doing some little bit of coding here, a little bit of programming there, fixing someone else's website on the occasional day. Whatever it takes sometimes to keep the roof over your head, you'll be doing as a developer. All right? And so, as a result of that, I would like us to practice today choosing from one of three options where you just give your best shot in coding the HTML. Okay? This is not a graded assignment. This is not one that I'm going to be looking at very harshly, but it is still one that I want you to take seriously. Okay? I want you to really make an effort. I'm going to give you a couple resources before we start, and then the rest of the period is yours to complete it. And the way that you submit it is to your exit task. Okay? So, what are the prompts actually looking like, right? Today I want you to use HTML and root folders, some of the things that we've practiced so far, to choose one of these three prompts to create with code. You can choose option number one. Let me put the numbers here. Option number one is a gallery website. So you have an HTML page that has lots of image tags, image elements. You get to choose the images, and you get to choose the order they appear in to display on the web pages for users to appreciate. Option number two today is a blog. So you want to use a variety of text elements like paragraph or heading, if you've explored W3 Schools, or links. So that's the anchor tag. That's the A href equals, the one I showed you a little earlier this week, to share updates about your life with the net. They don't have to be actual updates, but they could be similar to what a blog would look like with a lot of text, a lot of links, etc. And then your third option for today, you only have to choose one, is a recipe sharing website. Okay? This is going to combine the three from above, where you'll have some text-based elements, you'll have some image-based elements, and then you'll also have links for people to explore recipes, whether they're recipes that you have written or recipes that you have used in the past, to allow users to try and expand their horizons in the kitchen a little bit. Okay? Before you start, I want to show you some quick strategies, like how to take a screenshot and how to use the dev tools to sort of reverse engineer websites. I'm going to do a gallery example because I think they are the quickest that come together. Let's just look up, I don't know, let's go photographer portfolio, okay? If you have a particular photographer that you like a lot on, like on Instagram or something like that, can't go to Reddit, so let's see. Let's just look at this link right here. Okay, I'm going to pick this very first photographer here. Oh, I don't have a password. Never mind. Let's look at Ollie. Okay, so Ollie's portfolio page here obviously is a little bit more detailed than I'm expecting for you today, but you can see how they're laying out their photography, how they're laying out their text, and you can copy this in the way that when you do it your own way, you're still learning how to create the pages, okay? It's easy to feel like you're stealing when you're copying web pages like this. You're not stealing it because a lot of the design principles and a lot of the ways that these websites come, excuse me, a lot of the ways these websites come together is because this person saw something they liked and tried to bring it into their own page. If you think about it like referencing, right? When you reference stuff in art, you're not copying it. You're taking the pieces that you want to include in your version and adding them there. Okay? Also show you real quick the Chrome Dev Tools, which I believe is function key F11. Nope, F12. Okay? I think I showed your class this. This is the basic HTML amongst a bunch of other stuff that Ollie's page is using here. And if you want to see how they've done a specific piece of their site, there's usually something called an inspector. All right? The inspector can look like, I have Firefox, so the inspector could look like The box with the triangle, like you see here, pretty similar to your cursor. It can look like a magnifying glass. It could look like a couple different things, but it's usually called the element picker or the perspector or inspector. When you click on it and hover over different parts of the screen, they're going to tell you, okay, this is H2 animate. There's a bunch of stuff we don't know yet, but when you hover over these things, they can tell you how this is coded on the site. This is pretty overwhelming, so I would recommend doing this after you've set up your basic HTML structure, but that is a good way to start thinking about how you can create your own versions of the page. Once you're ready to submit your example from Freelance Friday today to the exit task, and I want you to keep them very basic, hit your Windows button in the bottom here and type snip, and then there's something called the snipping tool. Okay? This is the long way. There's a faster way to do this, but we won't set it up today. Okay? If you click on the snipping tool, you get this nice little window that appears. Make sure that you're set to the photo camera icon and not the video camera icon. When you click new, you're able to click and drag out a screenshot that then pops up in the little window here that you can either save to your computer with the Control S button like we do in our code, or you can copy it and paste it to the exit task that I'm about to post here in just a second. Okay? Is this making sense? All right. You are fully allowed to Google how to do things, use W3 Schools, help your neighbors. This is not a test. This is just I want you to experiment with HTML with one of these 3 prompts. Okay? Sound good? Any questions? All right. The time is yours. In fact, the time is yours so much that you can have your phones on you. But you do need to complete a website by the end of the period. It's basic, but it needs to be close to done. Yeah?
Should we put our file in the test root folder, or should we make it easy?
You can keep it in the test root for now. Okay. Good. Thank you, guys.